I was born in Baltimore, Maryland, in the back of a yellow cab. My mother had died at the hotel, and I was taken into the orphanage, from infant to 8 years old, and then went from there into foster care system. When I went in the military, it was an experience I'll never forget because it made who I was and where I was going into my adulthood, and it just taught me a lot. And so I was privileged to be in the service. If they ever had to call back, I'd say, yep, I'm going back. Once you have served the country, your heart's there. You know you would do anything for the country. I get a call from a friend of mine that lives next to the chapel and said, hey, there's a church out here for sale. So I said, honey, come on, let's jump in the truck, let's go. And we went out there, and the next day we made an offer on the chapel, and eventually the realtor cleared it, and it was ours. And then became the process, because I didn't want to just open this church up because it had been left to its demise. We spent a year, and I totally remodeled it, but it's been an adventure. Now we're open, and we both pastor together.
When I first bought this house, didn't know him yet, 10 years ago, I knew I needed a new furnace. I did not have the money. Every winter, I think I prayed.
Yeah.
Every time the furnace cut on, it was like, thank you, Jesus. The furnace is running good. There's good heat in here. And so this year, 10 years, it began to start acting up, and the AC went out completely.
Ed has served this country so well and continues to serve his community through efforts through his church. It is honestly just awesome to be around a person like Ed. He has so much energy and so much love for the people around him.
He asked about him coming out here to do an estimate on what it would be.
Gilbert came out the next day.
So when I arrived on site, they had called for a quote / kind of tell me what's going on here. So when I got here, I went ahead and made my way inside. I turned the unit on, nothing came on. I then kind of made my way outside. I started looking at the unit. I actually found that it is a 1999 unit. Due to the age and just the overall condition of the system, we did have to go ahead and replace the full system. When I had arrived here and I'd actually given them a quote and everything, went over everything, they were asking for pricing. I wasn't letting them know the pricing. I knew what I was already going to do, but I didn't want to let them know just yet.
Gilbert sent me an email or a text. Said, your quote's in your email. And I'm looking at my phone. I pull up my email. I said, no quote. And I said politely back. He said, no, I don't see it. And I said, this is my email. And then I think 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, Brian was calling me. Because he said, well, we're coming out there and we're doing this for nothing. We're doing it for free. And I went, are you sure? He said, yes. I said, Brian. And here I am driving, I got 40 minutes to make it to home, and I'm like, I get tears running down my face, and I'm going, Lord, you are so good. And I couldn't wait to get home. I couldn't wait to tell her, yeah, honey.
It was the very next day then, the big caravan came in with 3 big vans coming in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what
like an army coming down. It looked like the army coming through. I was openly impressed, and it's a solid company. When you think about how you answer the phone to every level, they were all awesome.
The team actually loves Project Days. There's a greater purpose to their regular job, day in, day out. And to give back to people truly warms a person's heart.
All the electric, all the copper, everything, the whole system new in a day. That's impressive.
It's truly honestly great to have a corporation like Daikin who helped sponsor the high efficiency units that Ed has received. Their AC unit and their gas furnace is truly going to save them money in the long run.
I was just so overwhelmed by everybody's kindness and their respect that they had.
We love you guys. From the heart, You guys are the most professional. Just stay where you're at. Stay,
Yeah.
you know, keep growing, keep doing what you're doing. I said, you guys are awesome. I can't say enough for this team.
Why do I do this? Why do we do this? It's to give back to community. I mean, anybody can make money. Anybody can buy things, but changing people's lives, you know, helping people, doing something unexpected, that's what matters.
They are great people,
Yes, they are.
and they're great leaders, and you're with a great company that's going to steer you right, and you'll come out on the winning side with this company, Allegiance.
I created Project Days exactly for this reason, is to give back to the people who have served our community and our country. And I cannot think of anybody that deserves it more than Ed and Cheryl.